Prosecutors contend that certain lyrics and music video scenes glorified YSL's alleged criminal activities, including fatal shootings of at least 3 rival gang members, selling drugs, and violence against police. Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, has been accused of being the co-founder and leader of YSL, although the artist claims that the acronym only applies to his record label, Young Stoner Life. The 32-year-old Grammy Award-winning rapper has been in jail since May 2022 after being one of 28 people charged in the sweeping gang and racketeering indictment. Defense attorneys fought to have the lyrics excluded from evidence, arguing that the rap verses were protected forms of creative expression and subject to interpretation by the listener. Rap is the only fictional art form treated this way, Doug Weinstein told the judge. The attorney represents defendant Demontre Kendrick, who performs under the stage name Yak Gotti. No other musical genre, no other art is treated the same way. Weinstein said that the stage name his client uses represents a character he portrays on screen and in performances, and argued that the lyrics, such as Bodies on Bodies, can have multiple meanings and interpretations. Ooh wee. If you let it in, there is a high risk that the jury will misinterpret that, Weinstein said. The attorney gave several examples of music artists from other genres, including Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash, that never had their lyrics used against them in court. But prosecutors argued that it is because those artists were never charged with committing crimes expressed in their lyrics. We are aware that Johnny Cash metaphor is here, but no one's ever come up with proof that Johnny has ever accused of murdering a man in Washoe County, Nevada, Carlson said, referring to the 1965 hit Folsom Prison Blues. Had that had happened, his lyrics in all likelihood would be used against him. I mean, that's a fair point. Despite the use of rap lyrics as evidence in court today being largely criticized by First Amendment advocates as prejudicial, Carlson argued that free speech protections do not apply because the defendants are not being prosecuted for the lyrics. Instead, he said the lyrics refer to the criminal act or intent behind the charges. On one of the songs included in the state's evidence in Young Thug's 2018 track Anybody, featuring Nicki Minaj, where he sings, "I ain't never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body," and later refers to himself as a general. Ay, ay, ay. During trial, prosecutors plan to argue that in the song, Williams is admitted to being the leader of a purported gang and ordering to have people killed. Fulton County Chief Judge Ural Glanville said there were 17 sets of lyrics that he would preliminarily admit as evidence, and that additional verse may also be admitted if prosecutors can lay the foundation and tie them directly to the crimes. The trial against Williams and 5 others is set to begin November 27th after a grueling 10-month-long jury selection. Some defendants also charged in the case reached plea deals or were separated to be tried later. Oh man. There's some of the lyrics of Young Thug where it's like, what do you say? Had to wear a dress because I had to keep a stick. And then he says something about, there's so many lyrics that it's just, man, if an actual jury of squares and citizens like myself were to just sit and listen to, you'd be like, damn, lock him up, throw away the keys. But we all know music is an art form. And sometimes art doesn't necessarily has double meanings, right? You might think it means something, and then in all reality, the creator of whatever art that is, intended for it to be meant or interpreted differently. But from a surface level, you might take it in and be like, "Oh yeah, that's that." Apparently, right? So I'm eager to see what and how. And first of all, they're having struggle with the jury selection in the state of Atlanta, being that, for one, I remember reading articles back then about how much they were paying, and how this might be a very long trial, and they were underpaying. I think they increased the payment for that, and then they were paying the attorneys of the suspects, I think, $7,500 for the whole trial. And that, I mean, lawyers would make much more than that just dealing with the regular public cases and whatnot. So I'm curious to see how a jury of regular people, day-to-day people, take in those lyrics. We do live in a generation where people are older and people understand. I mean, where the younger people understand that music isn't necessarily what it is. There's so many artists that rap about things that they've never done or committed. So Yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out. Because some of those lyrics, if you just go type in any Young Thug songs, some of those lyrics will have you scratching your head. Now, does that mean he's guilty of all the things that they're saying about him? I can't say. That's not for me to say. But oh, rap is dangerous, man. Rap is dangerous. People say hip hop is being targeted. Hip hop is being attacked. But at the same time, it's like I love hip hop. I'm a child of hip hop, but no one wants to have the conversation of how hip hop has um, torn communities apart and shit. But I'm not no conscious person and all that type of stuff. I fuck with it. I jump in the car. I'm playing some certain songs, but as a whole, um, I'm curious to see what the general consensus is of hip hop and certain lyrics after this whole trial. But throughout the duration, it seems like the support has been never been stronger for someone like Young Thug, who is accused of having um, people killed and drugs and all this type of stuff. But yeah, man, um, they are admitting his lyrics. So what do y'all think?